A blessed day, viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to MIXUP Boss with another video. Alright, so here we go on. A lady reached out to me from America and she said she wants to share her experience dating a Jamaican man and what she been through. And we all used to them story about this one. I got surprised on. Just listen how it unfold. Like the video for me, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this video. Jamaican man are the worst, or other Caribbean beat Jamaica. But I don't want to put too much blame on we, you know. So we can't say some. But in the video, we have a lot to unfold and a lot to highlight and, you know, one heap of red flag, but it is what it is. But they want to interested guys, so watch it and listen. And it's a nice, beautiful lady. She's a 45-year-old, and all she needs is a good man in her life, if she not find one already. Anyway, we could drive and listen.
I met him in 2021. Around November. And how I met him is through his sister. We went to college together. She got a scholarship. She ran for the university that we actually went to school, and we were sitting in class, and she had patted me on my shoulder, and she was like, "Can I be in your group?" I was like, "Sure." So me and her got closer, and I said, "Where are you from?" She said, "Jamaica." I said, "Do you have any family over here?" She was like, "No." I said, "Well, you could come stay by my house for Thanksgiving holidays." So we was out for maybe about 5 days of school. And at the during the 5 days, we went and got our hair done and our nails done. We went to the Bayou Classic. That's one of the big things that that we do during football. And so next, I had been single for about 4 years. And I always had wanted to go to Jamaica, but I was kind of afraid. I was like, I don't know nobody there.
Right.
And blah, 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 blah. And so I said, "Do you have any uncles or cousins or anybody that's single?" And she was like, "Yeah. I have a brother and I have a cousin. But the cousin is in the U.S. I think he lived in Florida. And he was in school. So she sent him my picture and my age and everything, blah, blah, blah. And so it took him a minute to respond, maybe about 3 or 4 days. And she showed me a picture of her brother. And when she showed me the picture of him, I was like, "Oh, he look nice. How old is he?" And she told me he was 33. And at the time, I was maybe about 40. I said, "Well, I never really dated anyone that young, but I just talked to him to see how everything goes." So we was at the Bayou Classic, and he texted me, and he was like, "Hi, do you want me to tell you his name?"
Yeah, you can kind of say the first name. First name.
Yeah. He said, "Hi, I'm Chris." And I said, "Hi, my name, cha. And we were just texting back and forth. And then around in December, I had graduated, but his sister was still living on campus because she, got a scholarship. She running track, and we still keeping up with each other. If she need like personal supplies, I sent her some money for her to get her some things. And she was telling me, at school that she wasn't, doing too good, and she was sad. So I was just kind of like, I took her under my wings and, just try to help her out. So that's the type of person I am.
Yeah.
So, in January, me and Chris, we was talking, we got a little closer, blah, blah, blah. And I asked him, "Do you have anyone And he was like, "No, I'm single. I just broke up with my girlfriend, and we're not together. She done moved on, so I'm ready to move on." So I said, "Well, I'm gonna try to come to Jamaica around February." So I came to Jamaica in February, and we hit it off pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So at this time, Chris did live in Jamaica.
Yeah, he lived in Jamaica, and he
was 38. Have any kids? When do you live in work?
No kids. He told me he worked at this place doing construction.
Okay.
And he was working for Chinese people, and he said that they was thieving him and they wasn't paying him a lot of money. And
Chinese are not thief and him and him now make no money.
Mm-hmm. So he said he wasn't making that much money. So I said, well, how much? I think he was making like $100 US a week. And I was like, you got to pay for taxes, you got to pay for food. I said, that's not a lot of money.
Right.
So I started sending him some money like each week, maybe about. I think I started out sending him like maybe $100 US.
To balance him.
Yeah, to balance him and get him on his feet. And so when I came there, and I was planning on staying for 2 weeks, but I was having so much fun. I wound up staying there for almost 3 months.
Okay, wow. Wow.
Yes. Yeah, I rented a house in Mandeville.
Mandeville, Mandeville.
Yeah, we stayed in Mandeville, and we went around and went to the beach. That's my favorite, to go to the beach.
Right.
And so it was getting close, like maybe around April. And I was like, I gotta go back because my daughter finna have a baby. So I need to go back to the U.S. And so I'm not knowing how to, process stores. So I said, I want you to come with me because, me and him got closer and closer. He seemed so nice. And sweet and charming, and the romance was wonderful. Something I never experienced. I was like, man, these guys are charming around here. Where I've been all my life.
Okay.
So I said, well, we went to the someplace in Maypen, like the police station or something, to try to get his police record. And when I went to get the police record, he was like, he can't get the police record because he got something on his background.
Whoa.
I was like, what? So we was like, because I'm thinking that I could just, get him and let him come on back with me around the end of April, first part of May. So, but it didn't work like that.
It never worked like
that. I never knew. So, we got married.
Even though you did have a police record, you still married him?
Yeah, I still married him because he was like wanting to intend. He was like, then this man was bullying him and being aggressive towards him. So he was defending himself. So it wasn't nothing major, It was even though that's bad, but that's still not good either. So I'm like, oh my God, Jesus. So as we go along, I marry him, and then I found out, we have to do the expungement. Yeah. We had to get everything expunged, and that take about a year or two. So as I was doing that, he was saying that, I rented a car. I forgot to tell you that part. I rented a car too for like 3 months, and he didn't know how to drive. So I let him get, you get behind the car, and he just kept on, like hitting stuff and messing the car up. So I wound up owing the man like $1,500 US to do the repairs to get the car fixed.
Right.
So I paid him that money before I went back to the U.S. We was in Montego Bay.
Okay.
So we went to Montego Bay, and we was married, and I called him. He called me every morning. Everything was cha-cha-cha, good. It was good for the first year.
Right.
So the second year, I seen a change in him, a difference. But my heart, he already had my heart.
Right.
and it was like he was complaining about he was tired of walking, and he needed transportation. So I said the first thing you have to do is get your license.
Right.
So I paid to get his license, sent him the money. Then next thing I worked, and he got the car. So this was like in December.
Oh, so you're buying a car?
Yeah, we bought us a car because I got tired of renting cars every time I come up there.
Oh.
Because I was renting. You know, I used to come like every 3 to 4 months.
And then again, if you file fee for bring him come to America, buying a car would even make much sense. Because I like say you guys are going to be there if you drive it. So.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. So he kept saying, I'm tired of walking. And he had got mad. We had a big old fuss about the car, and he stopped talking to me. So I said, we're going to get a car. I promise you.
Oh,
you just got to give me some time, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
So after that, like I say, instead of me sending him 100, I started sending him, because, I stayed in Jamaica for 3 months, and I know, everything is very expensive there. And I wanted him to have a good life. So I said,
right.
I'm going to send you roughly about 300 a week, and you give your mama 10,000, so it was like 50,000 Jamaican dollars. So I said, give your mother 10,000 a week, because she have 2 boys, and she was sending them to school, and I wanted to make sure that they had their lunch and taxi and just everything. Because I really love the family. They're very good people.
Right.
So maybe about a year later, so everything, the paperwork is processing. So I came in December of 2020. Let's see, this is 2023. And he got his approval. Everything got approval for the I-30 visa. This was, me coming every 4 months for almost the last 2 years. And like I said, the first year was good. The second year I saw a difference. He was, looking good. Things was going for him. He had the car. He got the car in December 2022. So he had the car. He got the clothes. And he said, in August of 2022, he said, I want to open up me a business, and I want to sell clothes. So I ordered a whole lot of clothes off of Shein and put out everything I could in my suitcase to bring down to Jamaica where he could start selling the clothes and making a profit.
Wow.
So when I comes back, no profit, clothes still sitting under the bed. I'm like, what's going on? I said, you got to get up and move around and hustle every day. Nope. So that was a big loss.
So when you do with the clothes, them just have them what?
Some clothes we have, some clothes he gave to people on credit. They never.
No money for buy back for return, like could I sell and for give back some money for buy back stuff or profit?
No, that was a total loss. I had to take a big loss on that.
Yeah,
and it was about $1,000 worth of Shein clothes and jewelry and wigs and stuff. It's just he said that his friends would pay. They said, I'm gonna pay you, but they never pay him. I don't know what had happened, but I know it was a failure. So then next thing he come, I want a bar. Wow. I was like, no.
I don't understand this, brother. You want so many things, and you are in filing come through. So me not get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So hold on, this is after the filing approval or before?
This was like during the like in the process.
Okay.
Yeah, I was filing, but he was waiting, and he also wanted to I guess start something while I was over here. He was over there because he was like, I want to do something. I want to do this. I'm bored sitting in the yard and
so
blah blah.
He quit his China job for the meter.
He quit his China job. Yep.
Okay.
He quit his China job a little bit before I came in February. I came in February of 2022. That's why I was able to go to Montego Bay and travel Jamaica.
All right.
because he was.
Okay, so I'm going to reach at the part now where you do business with him and everything fail and stuff. So, what the next feeling now in a the relationship where you see say it really I get to the real.
The real.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it got to the real when his mother had called me like in November, close to December. I didn't know that him and his family had, like a falling out.
Mm-hmm.
But I was still, close to him, but nobody never told me anything. So when I came in December of 2022, I didn't want to be caught up in family drama, so I just blocked everybody. I blocked everybody. And when I blocked them, I got a text message saying, that I look stupid coming to Jamaica, running behind a nigga. And
well, I'm gonna get something straight now. So when the real MIXUP start happening now, like when you buy car and business and everything now, see, you chose to come look for him December. When you did come to look for him December, it did approve?
It approved, like, I came December the 14th and we got the approval around December the 20th.
December, so you said month you come, you said month it approved. All right, so on your arrival, you say you get a text. You say, you take time with me, you say you block everybody. What was the reason why you block everybody before you get the text?
I blocked everybody because his sister had asked me to come live with me, the same one that was running track and everything.
Right.
She asked to come live with me in America. So she said, I'm going to a new college and I need you to let me stay with you. I said, well, where you going to school at? She said, oh, I'm going to school in another state. So I'm like, well, how you going to get to class? Because I was working like 6 days a week, trying to take care of my bills, support the family in Jamaica, and support my kids. So I was like, I can't take on no more other responsibilities.
Right, fair enough.
So what made me block everybody when I looked in his phone and I saw that she called herself telling on me to him, saying, oh, she said that at first I did tell her she could stay. And then I thought about it. I said, well, I can't take on no more. I got too much.
Too much, right.
And so she got mad. And when I told her no, that's when I saw her true side.
Yep. Wow.
She got real wicked. And I said, well, I was kind of glad because I really had to see, when they hear the word no, I wanted to see if they still cared about me,
right,
instead of the money. So she was just texting him saying, that I guess telling him basically put me in my place or make me do something and blah, 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 which I had already told you I was giving her money, helping her out because she was on college campus. She needed things. She needed glasses. She needed a ride to the airport. I get my mom and my son to come pick up, I just try to help her out. Because she's over here in another country. She don't have family. And I'm her family now. But it just got to be too much.
Yeah. So, all right. So, you end up block she or block everybody?
I blocked her. I blocked the other sister. We was in a family. We was like in a family
group. You just block everybody.
Chat. Yeah, I just blocked everybody because I didn't want to have nothing to do with all that, because I didn't know who I could trust at that time after she did that.
So at this time you start realize you're being used that way with all that with everything. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what happened now with your husband now when you're married? What?
Even with Netflix, I had my Netflix account. I blocked that too. And when they got that, they was so mad. And I got the text message saying, you stupid bitch. Every time that you in America, he's riding other bitches in your car. He's only pretending to be in love with you, but he have other bitches that he's giving your money to.
So who what's the secret? And I tell her that when I sister or our family member.
Somebody from a anonymous phone call, like a text.
Yeah.
I didn't know who it was, but it happened like the next day after I blocked everybody. So I'm pretty sure it was one of them. I don't know.
Yeah, but that obvious from your talk, I know all of that happen when there's a buy car and give him stuff for sell and all of them something there. Yeah. Me know me know the normal routine for them stuff the way them normally take. All right. So what happen now with the husband? And get for you bring him up or you did just stop everything?
And he called and told him, hey, stay out of my business. And it was just a big mess. And she called me and said, look, I didn't do it. The sister-in-law, I thought the sister-in-law here did it since, she was like, oh, I wouldn't let her stay in the house. I said, oh, yeah, you did it. Because the message was kind of like how a person would live in America. They talk like American, some Jamaican. So it's kind of like what and what.
So, well, answer. Your husband was in the defensive, as in like nothing no go so, or in did that act like him not care?
Act like they was lying on him and like they was jealous and they didn't want to see him happy. So I asked him. He kept asking me, just pretend. Please tell me. I said, if I find out, it's not going to be like what you think. So I goes back to America. And March, his expungement got approved. I had to call, because they was telling me he wasn't ready, but he really was. And I just had to email a lot of people, higher authority. I fought for him. And once I took off of work in April, and I came to Jamaica because his embassy appointment was on the 16th of April. So I came about April the 13th, 14th, something like that, to get ready for the interview. So I bring all the documentation and everything we needed. So he goes to the embassy on the 16th. Lady asked him about 5 questions. How long y'all been married, and when did y'all meet, and what type of job she got, and what's going to be your address in the U.S., blah, blah, blah. And then she gave him the approval letter saying, hey, you approved, give me your passport, and we'll let you know when to come back and get it.
Right.
So I'm there waiting. Didn't think I was going to be there for a whole month. Maybe I said, maybe it might take about 2 weeks, but it took a whole month for everything just to process and go through. So after he got approval, maybe about a few days, he said, I'm not ready to leave. I said, what? I said, huh?
Yes.
He said, I'm not ready to go, but you can go back.
Man, we get for that long time, huh?
Oh my God, my heart just dropped.
Yeah, because the signs is there. Yeah. All right. So you say I'm not ready. What was your reaction?
I called my daddy and I said, Daddy, we're supposed to be happy, but this don't seem like a happy moment. It seemed like that, he's stalling. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, well, this is what we'll do. I said, if you don't come back, I'm not forcing you, but I said, I won't come back. This will be it for me. I can't keep coming back and forth.
Right, true.
I got to work. I just couldn't believe it, So my dad was like, don't force him. He got to make up his mind. So eventually, we got ready to get the visa, to pick up the visa. And he was like, okay, I'll go. I'll see how I like it. So May the 15th in America. First week was good. He got settled. I cooked him Jamaican dishes because he said he didn't like the American food. So I'm cooking curry chicken, rice and peas when I get off of work. And then on my off day, we may go to the casino because he liked to go to the, he liked to play the box in Jamaica. That's what we used to do, go play the box. So I go, and just try to give him show him nice, so he could set in, and then got him a job. And so he was working, doing like warehouse work,
Mm-hmm.
paying him about $100 a day.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Oh, that's not enough money." I said, "What? For 8 hours, $100 a day, and you're not too far from where we live at?" I said, "That is great."
Plus,
To say that you still.
plus him now if you do all heap hustle and tussle and thing and take it. If you're a beginner, you can't go and work with. Till
Yeah,
you go back to school and set yourself for something.
yeah. So he was like, "It's not enough. It's not enough." I said, "Okay, okay, okay."
Mm-hmm.
So I goes in the bathroom. He leave his phone. This is like maybe became May the 15th. This maybe like June the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
He leaves his phone on the counter, and I look and it says, "I'll soon get back to you. I miss you. I love you." And I was like, "What?"
Yep.
My heart dropped. I was like, "Lord Jesus, no, this can't be. This can't be."
Yep. The signs was there.
So the storm came July the 15th. Y'all had that storm last year.
Yes, July. Yeah. I remember quite well. I remember.
So when the storm came, let's see, when the storm came, but he must couldn't get in touch with nobody. So he started calling straight, like not through WhatsApp. He started calling straight through the phone that I gave him.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter said, "Mama, he running the phone bill up."
Oh.
I said, "What?"
I
said, she screenshot me.
Oh.
Yeah, she screenshot me the number. Whoever the girl was, she answered the phone because he wouldn't sending the money, or she couldn't have no service. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But he just kept calling back to back, back to back, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter screenshot the number, and I called back.
Mm-hmm.
And I called back. I said, "Mommy." Mm-hmm. She was like, "No, this is not Mommy. This is Kamora."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Huh? Kamora?" And I called back. I said, "This is Chris's wife." Mm-hmm. I said, "What's up? What's going on? Tell me what's going on." Mm-hmm. She hung the phone up in my face.
Yeah, she got hung up it. Yeah.
So that's when the tension started with me and him.
Mm-hmm. And I like that now. And get angry.
He's getting angry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking him every day, "Tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the truth." We had a fight one Sunday morning. We fought all that morning.
Mm-hmm.
He broke my iPhone. So I said, "Well, I'm gonna get some act right out of him."
Mm-hmm.
So one night I came home from work and I was massaging him, and this was just a trick. I said, "You can have the girl and me." And when I told him that, he smiled. His whole demeanor changed. I said, "You can have me and the girl." I was tricking him to see what he was thinking.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So when I said that, that's when he started telling me everything. He said, "I want to be with both of y'all." Mm-mm. I said, "Well, is there any way that you can leave all this behind? You got a new family, you got a wife." Mm-hmm. At first, he was like, he gonna cut it off with her because we got to fight, and then the next thing, he said that he wanted both, and he was gonna travel back and forth and hook up with her and be with me.
What?
And I'm
just a star boy.
I'm sitting up there, I'm getting pissed. Like,
a real
man,
boy, this.
Yeah, I'm like, man, you must got me all the way messed up. And I'm going on with the plan because I'm trying to get all the information I can get. Mm-hmm. And he got the job in a good job in New Orleans, making $300 a day for 8 hours. Him and my son.
Nice.
And I said, keep an eye on him. I said, I don't want him walking out, leaving, going to Western Union. I said, keep an eye on him because I want to know if he's gonna try to send some money.
So, well, I'm gonna get something straight. Even though you married him and you bring him up and him work, in contribute to bills or in just saving money and I try to send him back to Jamaica? What was
he
that?
He tried to save it. I had got the card. Mm-hmm. I said, we're gonna send your mama some money.
Right.
Your mama come first.
Right.
And that's when he started, being aggressive and didn't want to listen. And we started fighting
again
because he wanted to send the girl the money, but right. At the time I didn't know, what his head was. But when I told him you can have me and the girl, that's when he got happy and started spilling the beans. Oh. And he told me the plan was for him to get on his feet. He was going to leave me in 10 years. Now, this the part hurt me, man. He said he was going to leave me in 10 years.
Oh,
and the
God.
girl was going to be his woman.
Oh, God.
I said, what? I said, I knew I got to do something.
What a stupid boy, man. I never seen a man so stupid.
No, so?
No,
he started.
Stupid. Go on talk still before I comment.
So he started working in New Orleans with my son. And the first day he worked, his phone, he's in the tub and I'm in the thing and I'm thinking everything okay. My phone blew up. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
This girl named Cammy. Her name Kamora, but he called her Cammy for short.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what the hell is this? He said, give me my phone. So we get the rustling, tussling over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But the next thing you know, I said, you know what, pack your shit. You finna get the fuck out my house and send your ass back to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
He gets on the phone and talk, they talk the Jamaican patois talk. I understand what he was saying. I guess he was talking to his friend Gary.
I tell him, so you run him out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets his stuff, because I'm going to tell you, it was bad that night.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going to tell you what I wanted to do.
I know what you want to do, man. But I know you not want to do it. I know exactly what you want to do, but you just try to do it a different way.
So I said, so, yeah, I'm glad I did.
Right. So
I'm going to go ahead
and pack up his clothes and left.
He packed up his clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinking that his plane was going to leave like that night, but it was going to leave that next day. So I dropped him off the airport. He stayed at the airport all night.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I got his ticket. That morning.
Mm-hmm.
He called me back. I asked him again, like, when I dropped him off, because something in my heart was like, man, you ain't that type of person, even though he did you like that, but you ain't the type of person to do nobody like this.
Give him a chance. If he can sort out himself and better in family, said way. But I disrespect a problem where you have,
I said, what about, I said, could we go to counseling? Could we make this work? I really did love the boy.
Yeah, man, I understand. Uh-huh.
He was like, no, I want both of y'all.
The girl whipped him, man. Oh my God, he's whipped.
So he gets back on the flight to Jamaica. He make it there. So somebody texts me and say, oh, he here, what he here for? So he telling them he on vacation. So he goes look for the girl. Somebody told me, oh, she don't want him because he come back with no money.
The girl. Oh.
The girl don't want him. So
no, but for common sense, if him left go America now, that the girl that ended up now, that if you know say that the girl that I got on somebody else woman now, I saw a game going now. Yeah, that's that.
The girl told him that he was the only one. She showed him dildos. I saw that in the phone. But come to find out, I have a friend in Jamaica. She told the friend, I showed the picture of her, and they was like, I know her. She got a boyfriend working at a supermarket in Mandeville.
Yeah, of
she got a man. So they was playing him.
Them are playing
and she said that she wanted for him to send like money because her mom gave her some land and she wanted to build a house. So he was gonna be sending her like about maybe 50 or 60,000 a week to get the lumber and the materials and stuff. So that was the plan to build a house on me. But I had control over the cars and stuff, and that's when we got to fighting. And he stayed in Jamaica about a week, and he texted me, come pick me up, The girl saying, oh, he crying. They put him off on his property because he was living on family land, and his family got a window up in New York. They put him out, so he's sleeping in the car now. They said, oh, we don't know what to do with him. Could you come get him?
Really?
I was like, nope. He made his bed hard, he got to lay in it.
Right.
So he get the whole poorest, people in poorest calling me, everybody. Oh, he done turned into a madman now. He don't look good.
That now
he might die.
We'll get to the bottom part of his story now. So what you do now after that now? All the paperwork, you divorce him, you put in a divorce?
I put in for the divorce.
Okay. And that was it with him. He never lay foot back in America again or nothing?
Never.
Okay. Wow. Well, One thing I can tell you, I know enough people might bash me, but you play your card right. Even though you get used, but you see material things where you lose, you can always get them back. But you see, the main thing, you're not left with a broken heart where you can speak about it, or you have it where it can mash you up mentally. You understand? Yeah, you play your card right and you make a decision. And I'm glad you never call the police on him. You know what I mean? So when him a tussle with phone and get in a fight, I wonder if him know the law. Know that if you call them police one time and say, hey, they would have take him. But show you look of sympathy and the heart where you have, you say, you know what? Make it
And
play.
the reason why we tussle with it because I was calling the girl. I said, we finna get some get right today. I want to see what's going on.
Right. You have all right too, you know?
And so the girl called me. I got the voicemail. I'm gonna send it to you. She calls me and she said, I don't know what's going on with him, but nothing ever happened between us.
All right. Oh, please.
I told him that you got a wife and your wife love you. And
I plan that now, man.
Yes,
I can't believe a man literally get a woman for you know much guys in Jamaica would have really they'd wash your feet and drink all the water to rot it with the stuff for you do for family. Not just him for your family and for no say yeah go and this is it. Them always say, oh I want a good woman. And when they get a good woman, them do behave for cray. Sorry for doing this them You get what I say? You say you want a good man and you're willing. You're born American?
Yes.
At first, but at first, I hear Americans so submissive and kind. Because normally, me talk to a couple and they say, oh, I need a man to pay my bill. Oh, you have to bring something to the table. This guy wasn't bringing nothing to the table. You're willing to make it work. You know what I mean? So
I just wanted to help a black man, somebody in poverty, because God had blessed me.
Right.
To be able to have the funds to go to Jamaica, I always wanted to go.
Holy Patrick, man, you blow up maybe over 100 or 100,000. Holy money, man.
He kept me safe, and I respect him for that because he took me places.
Right.
He taught me how to count money, and he made sure nobody thieved us. I liked it that. I liked it about him.
But him do that. But him also. Would I say thief and you talk and you have to take your money and stuff and I mind the girl. You have to think about it.
I just wish he would have told me the truth. I said, man, if he would have told me the truth,
tell her the truth.
We could have been just cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I still, we would have been chill, but Egypt.
Let me tell her with it. Come like if they tell her, say, hey, I got involved with this girl and I like her, but I tell her I got my wife. I want the opportunity to come to America. I want to work. I want to help my family. I want to help you. I'm just asking you for the opportunity. Even though things might not work out, but I don't know what the future will. Maybe you would have said, all right, say, all right, Chris can come here and him can this and, maybe rate it. Maybe you'd have put some boundaries on it, maybe, but you must understand.
I wouldn't put so much in it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put so much in it. I would have put something in it, but not as much. My whole heart.
Right. So.
Because when it hit me, it almost killed me.
Yeah, I know you thought no nice, but I know say emotionally you're supposed to cry and feel like something hit you. So I can relate to you putting into that position. I'm gonna cover a lot of these stories. How long now you watch me?
When you cover it, you're gonna talk or you're gonna have my voice on there?
Oh no, man, I gotta have advice on it like how me normally do with other people. You know, I have nothing to shame about, man. It's a good story in a sense where me like how you angle it. You understand? So you have 44 now?
I'm 45.
45. I mean, I've only a big man who I look woman and what they come like the younger boys they me like. Look like that. You love younger, right?
No, I love anybody that got a good heart and willing to love me and treat me nice.
You deserve a good man still. I mean, I've my dating show enough people calling, especially a man calling. I look a nice woman. Like man from overstate though. So you would talk back to a Jamaican man, tell the truth. You talk back to a Jamaican man who live out here?
Yeah, I have a Jamaican man. That's who I love. I love only Jamaican men. Because they know how to, like I said, I never experienced that with nobody.
Oh, so the Yankee man then cheat on a different.
Yeah, they treat you different from the American guy. I mean, not to put down American guys, but it's just a difference. It's a difference.
Okay. Uncle Errol always tell me that, you know. Okay. I learned something. So you're single now?
No, I have a Jamaican guy.
Oh God. You're gone. I'm ready to write it.
I'm gone already.
Yeah, cause you're a good woman. You're a good woman, you know. You see a woman who want build a foundation. Me like them type of woman there. Me not like woman with
And
just...
then at the time, it was like when we was together, a lot of men, when I go to Jamaica, they was on me.
Yeah,
And I
man.
was just being faithful to him. And like I told him, if he would have told me he had somebody, I would have had me a friend. And then me and him, you know, like every now and then we get together, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But don't have me committed to just you and you not being committed to just me.
No, but when me I say, you reach America, put that behind you know. It's a new chapter this in your life. You have a goal for work for. That's what me I say, the mindset. The man come America and still I think about the woman at Jamaica. That's why you ain't saying not ready for come here, no. When you say tell us you're not ready for come here, I laugh. You say, yeah man, you're not ready for left the woman yet. So, oh my God.
Well, okay, then I have to get back. If you need
yeah, so you did say I got,
you
did say I send me something. I can just look on it still. You did say I send me something. I don't know if I already girl send you or something. I don't know, but if you want. So,
okay.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for taking time out to share your experience. And, you know, I hope enough ladies listening kind of understand most of these guys. So,
when you say senior song, what you mean?
No, I think you did say I have something to show me, like you're going to send to my phone. Yeah. But we want to ask you now again, the guy live at Jamaica where you talk to now?
Yeah, he's living in Jamaica now.
Oh God. So what you gonna do? You gonna make the same mistake again? What you plan for do?
Just see how it goes. Everybody's different. Everybody.
Yeah, I don't want you make the same mistake, please.
And this guy, he was there for me for more support. If it weren't for him, I don't think I would have got through it. He was there.
No, I understand all of that. Same like how the other one they did it for you when they just met him. I'm just tell you, as a guy who cover these stories, just take precaution. No matter if you open a door where you did a door, repeat yourself, you're kind, and them charming, and them always like tell you them problem, and through them know yourself, then work on your emotion, and then you start send money. So me I tell you now, so make sure so that when you work, make sure if you have to deal with that guy and you have to send money, my friend, to him, that doesn't make any sense. You need somebody who will come bring something to the table.
Right.
It's not about coming to Jamaica and yes, the sex might good and in carry you out and all of that. There's more to life than that. So don't get caught up again and get emotionally connect and then now you feel guilty when they start asking for stuff. Because Jamaica man have a tendency when them know say you emotionally connect with them and you ask for stuff and you don't give them, then turn it around and be a narcissist and make it sound like you are the problem and start cuss you and make you feel guilty. And then now you go to the extreme. If you go send money and do all of that. So may I tell you, please, don't make the mistake that again. Now if you come back on the show again and say, oh, Damien, the other guy, it turned out the same thing. I was so stupid. I should have listened to you, Damien. Damien, what should I do? You know, and that. So, I say, do your thing. Do your thing. You're a big woman and I'm a big man, but just be safe.
Okay.
You know?
Thank you so much. And I'm going to send.
Yeah, man.
And I'm going to send you that text, okay?
Yeah, man. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, guys. So, she said she's still there back with a Jamaican man, but why? I have to just tell her as it is. It's like, I know the pattern, I know how them think. I mean, I say this for bring down nobody. I know I'm not going to say enough people different, but trust me, I do this 2-3 years now. I know every behavior, I know every attributes, I know how them behave, I know how them get along, I know how them roll. You understand? Both man and woman. Alright? So I could put it there. Both male and female, once you're foreign and them are Jamaican, the woman them has flip it, said we are going the most way. I want to see the story them. But anyway, put a like on this and tell me what you think. But this under my nose. I'm out.